Have you ever dreamed of waking up to the sound of nature, with the golden African sun illuminating a landscape teeming with life? I got back a few years ago from an incredible group safari trip to Kenya, focusing on the breathtaking Masai Mara National Reserve. And let me tell you, it was everything you see in the nature documentaries and so much more. This wasn't just a vacation, it was an educational trip for us, and it was a complete immersion. It was bonding with fellow travelers and watching the circle of life unfold right before our eyes. And since I spend my days helping people just like you plan and book these once in a lifetime trips, I want to share the absolute highlights of our journey. If a Kenyan safari is on your bucket list, keep watching. You're about to see why the Mara should be your next adventure. The star of any safari is, of course, the wildlife, and the Masai Mara delivers. Within our first 2 days, we saw the big five, witnessing the pride of lions, giraffes, cubs, and all. They were just lazing in the morning sun, just feet from our vehicle. It's a moment I'll never forget, especially with our guides that were just absolutely a lot of fun. And one was named James and one was named Stephen, which is me and my brother's name. So it was just very special for me. The sheer scale of the herds here and the experiences that you have crossing these rivers that are, infested with alligators and hippos is just quite amazing. But out there, you get to see the Great Migration with literally tens of thousands of wildebeest and zebras. They stretch as far as the eye could see. The sound alone is something you have to experience. But it wasn't just the large numbers. It was the silence, the quiet, the nature part of things that you just don't get when you're at home. And with incredible luck, we got to see the elusive cats. We tracked and found a stunning leopard resting in a tree. We got to see hippos as close as you want to be to them. And we also got to see those zebras and cheetahs all along the way. But of course, my favorite part, as you could see, was feeding those giraffes. I've never been that close to a giraffe. It's not like what you have in your nearby town. They are up close and personal or very far away if you really want them to be. But, they're just towers. They are just majestic and flowing. And those adorable baby elephants, they are well protected by their herd. Out there, playing in the water. Every single game drive has, something new, something special to see when it comes to elephants and giraffes. But, our guides were experts. They truly made the difference in these sightings and got us up close and gave us just so many amazing shots. But of course, our accommodations were fantastic. We got to see many more camps than we were staying in, and got to see the many different variations of what the tents look like and what it means to be out there in the bush, but also be well taken care of. And the accommodations in the Mara were an experience in themselves. We stayed in incredible tented camps, and I'm talking about luxury camps with real beds, hot showers, private verandas. Waking up to the sound of hippos or just hearing outside your door something walking past was quite incredible because I'm used to just having people outside, not an actual predator or just wildlife being outside or a raging river. And so it was truly incredible being out there and getting to be a part of that ritual that we call life. Along with the sound of hippos, we got to be in areas where, all the different animals are walking underneath us, around us, and just right up against those vehicles, especially late in the afternoons, because those evenings were just as special. We could gather around the campfire, sharing stories and photos from the day's drive, trying to get in a good laugh without making too much noise. And watching our guides laugh at us because we feel like we are making too much noise. But they know we are well away from any issues that they can't take care of. And of course, another highlight for us was seeing what happens for those animals that do notice us. They're looking at us and we're looking at them, and we don't know what to do, and they know exactly what to do. Get away. And it's quite hilarious seeing warthogs run around and get chased or chase after something that they're interested in. But it's truly a camaraderie when you're out there experiencing life in the safari, because most of the time you are sitting watching. It is something to experience along the way. And so, another highlight, of course, was finally getting out there to see larger herds and seeing how they are before the lions show up, before the cheetahs show up. They're going about their lives and their days, looking to get fed and find a great spot. But it was a learning experience to know the times of day and when they have to get out of Dodge, when those lions are starting to wake up and get hungry. It's a very different experience in the daytime compared to nighttime. And so, those game drives are so important because you are getting to see and do those amazing things that you have always dreamt of seeing, and just soaking in that magic. It's kind of the beauty of the trip, is experiencing the game drive. And as far as the cultural immersion as well, you've got the Maasai people. A safari really isn't complete without connecting with people whose land you are visiting. Our trip included a deeply moving and enriching visit to a Maasai village, and they came to us at times to do different things and talk to us about jewelry and clothing. And the women of the village, spoke perfect English to be able to talk to us, and it was just really, special to see their vibrant culture, vibrant colors, and the red shukas, and their deep connection to their land and the animals that have been going on for hundreds and thousands of years. So, I really loved getting to do the jumping dance ceremony. And, I didn't want to out jump anybody. So I did my best to, just kind of keep it low key. But no, in reality, it was just fun to get to do it alongside the guides who are well known for what they do with their jumping dance ceremony. True display of energy and rhythm is what I would say. But we were invited into their area and got to experience just what it's like being down there, and connect with each other, connect with them, and connect with the experience of what a safari truly is. And with that being said, this is just the beginning of the highlights that I have put together for this safari trip. I've got so many more videos I will be adding here to YouTube. Again, this is Steven Scott. I'm a luxury travel advisor. I help work with our supplier partners across the world, especially for Kilimanjaro hikes with the team from Kilimanjaro Expeditions. They do a fantastic job for us, and I truly want to be able to help you to plan your next safari. It's not a simple thing you just book online. It's something you work with a travel advisor to help you do. So please visit travelhub365.com/safari. I've got everything you need there to answer your initial questions, and I am ready and willing to help guide you and support you and make sure everything is lined up for your next trip to either Kenya, Tanzania, or Botswana. We've got it all ready to go. So thank you for watching. Please follow us here on YouTube, and we also would enjoy a visit to our website, travelhub365.com/safari. Thanks again, and have a great day.